Dang, that sounds stressful too. You're like, wait, I'm in the whole wrong state. And that's a transition too with like weather and just like people. What was it like to like when you first got to the States, you kind of moved around like from the south
The-
all the way to Iowa?
South
yes,
Midwest.
yeah, the first time when I landed in Alabama, I think Alabama had a lot of Kenyans then.
Mm.
So it was easy transition because I would hang out with them. But when I went to move to Iowa State, by then I was probably the only Kenyan, and we had one Sudanese called Maria. To me, it was a blessing because I wanted to learn the culture, and the only way is just to be alone there and just survive. And I adjusted well. The only thing that was hard to adjust was the winter. It's too cold out there.
Yeah, we from California, so we still don't really know about that life. That sounds tough.
Yeah, it's cold, man. But hey, since then I've been in the Midwest. So, 07 now, almost 14 years. I've been in the winter every year.
Yeah, you in
Yeesh.
Colorado Springs too.
Yeah, it's the same. Yes, I moved from Iowa to Colorado.
Yeah, that's cold. That's
Yeah.
real cold.
What I'm curious too is like you mentioned Alabama, Iowa State were the two schools that you're connected to, and now seeing those schools now over the past probably like 4 years, they've had a lot of Kenyan athletes as well. From what Mercy Chinlagat just won NCAAs in cross country. She did
Yeah.
her thing in the 10K. Then like Wesley Kiptu and Edwin Kurgat at Iowa State. Just like, how is it seeing like people, those younger people, like come over from Kenya and excelling at those type of, like at your alma mater, Iowa State, and even your brother's alma mater, Alabama? How is that for you to see them excel?
It's good feeling, man. It's a tradition. You know,
Yeah.
I remember when I went to Iowa State and look at the people who came before me. It's just it's one of the greatest athletes that came before me, and to see the tradition continue, it's a blessing. Like I say, I was born in Kenya. We don't have a lot of privilege, and for someone else to get that privilege and to get to get that education and just to get better and then get a job and just help other people back at home, it's a blessing. It's a good feeling, and I'm really happy with those guys. I talk to them all the time, and I just tell the coach, continue the tradition. We have to keep the tradition going.
Yeah, but that has to just be tight too, because definitely like seeing you like win the Olympic trials and just seeing even like Paul Chelimo win the Olympic trials as well, and the things that you guys do and you guys be able to have that connection. I feel like that has to be such a like a tight like almost like a brotherhood or like a what's it called, a fraternity in a way, or
Yeah.
sorority in a way, but a real family that you guys have all created. That would be a tight culture to experience, I bet, for them and for you as well.
We don't take it for granted, man. It's a blessing to represent this country. We go there and just to wear that USA is not it's a blessing. It's something I'm really proud of. It's because we've come a long way. If you ask all these guys each story how they grew up, it wasn't fun. Yes, we were happy, but we grew up in a humble background. But again, we didn't have everything you guys have. Not you guys, but what the American kids have right now. So I see my kids the way they grew up now. It's like, man, my daughter knows a lot of stuff I didn't even know. Like, man, this is fun. But that's why when I see my kids right now, like, man, I'm glad I stayed here and now my kids grow up and get everything they want, because that's all you need. We all human beings. That's all you need for the generations.
Was there ever a time within your journey, especially I would say in college when you're like younger, was there ever a time where you're like, man, I can't do this. I wanna go back. I want to go back home to Kenya, or were you always just kind of like locked in that the entire way?
Man, it was bigger than me, man. Like, yes, it's not, like I say, it's not easy to get a scholarship. to get a free ride through college. It's not easy, and I was blessed. That didn't even came into my mind, because like I knew, some people are looking up to me back in Kenya, and I had to do what I had to do, and the best way is to get better and extend the hand down.
Yeah, after you getting your time done at Iowa State, like you said, you went to New Mexico, went to the Army, you did your thing, and now joining in that the world class athletic program as well. Like you kind of have, like we kind of just mentioned it, but you kind of had like that same brother. Well, you still have like that same brotherhood. You train with Scott Simmons now, with Paul Chlemo, and then Brandon Keeter, who finished right behind you at the Olympic trials, and even like Shadrach Kipchirchir and all these people, like they have like the same journey as you, and you guys still like train together. I'm kind of just curious, like what is that group atmosphere kind of like? Because you guys all went on like the same similar path, like through the NCAA college system, and like
Yeah.
joining the Army, and then like now are running professional, trying to make the Olympics any type of way. How is that culture kind of like with like your families and everything? Are you guys all just like homies and stuff? I feel like it would have to be pretty lit at practice. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, it's brotherhood, man. It's a saying, man. You can't make it by yourself. For the kid to grow up, you need a whole village.
Yeah.
And for someone to be successful, to be really, really competitive at any sport, you have to have someone who pushes you. And I'm lucky. We're lucky to have this group here. Like you say, we all have probably the similar background. We all know what it took us to be here. And that's why when we go to practice, we don't mess around, because we want to be better, and we push each other. And man, we are lucky to have, Chelimo, silver medalist, Shadrach 2707, Corey, Olympian, my brother 1305. I mean, I can go down the line. It's like 15 of us, and the good thing with the group is like everybody has something which is better than the other. Some people have really good raw speed, some people have really good strength, someone is good at something. And that's the thing we have at Advantage. Like we kind of push each other based on your strength.
That's cool too. Is I feel like your group definitely holds each other accountable as well, because as you were saying, y'all are really doing it for something. It's bigger than you at the end of the day. What you all are doing and accomplishing. So yeah, what's it like to have those people too, to just hold you accountable in life and just whatever you're doing?
It's good, man. Like I'm lucky I have so my brother is training with me too.
Yeah.
And it's very competitive out there. The training sometimes it gets too competitive now. Sometimes I feel like we push the envelope too much. But I guess that's why we have the group. Our group is have success. 2016 we had 4 Olympians. This year we had 3 Olympians. I felt like we could have put more Olympians in the team. But it's tough. The Olympic trials this year was tough. And this group is tough, and we're getting better. I feel like we're gonna be competitive the next foreseeable future. We have Bernard Kita. He just joined the group 2 years ago, and now he's an Olympian. He's a young guy. He has time to develop, so he's gonna continue getting better. And we have a lot of young guys that they're gonna come up down the road. And for us now, the older guys in the group, is up to us to just teach them the tricks and just rely on our coach. We have our coach who really understandable, and it brings us together.